Greetings, Manchester City supporter. In this video, you'll get the latest updates on our beloved city. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay informed about everything happening at the club. Let's dive into the news. Manchester City is reportedly considering a substantial bid for West Ham United's Mohamed Kudus during the upcoming January transfer window. This potential deal aims to strengthen the team's attacking midfield and secure a future replacement for Kevin De Bruyne, whose contract is nearing its end. While Florian Wirtz of Bayer Leverkusen remains the club's primary target, the German player appears close to renewing with his current team. As a result, City's management is exploring alternatives, with Kudus emerging as a standout candidate. The young Ghanaian is highly versatile, capable of playing both as an attacking midfielder and as a winger. Additionally, he could serve as cover for Jack Grealish on the left flank, where the Englishman has not delivered the expected performances. Sources claim Manchester City is prepared to spend $66.3 million on Kudus, recognizing his immense potential. The 24-year-old was signed by West Ham from Ajax in 2023 for $38 million and has since made 59 appearances for the club, scoring 17 goals and providing 8 assists. However, West Ham values Kudus at around $100 million, though a release clause of $85 million will become active next summer. This means the London club might be forced to accept a significant offer in the upcoming window. Despite this, a January deal remains challenging. Kudus is under contract until 2028, and West Ham is reluctant to part ways with him. Therefore, the next season, with the release clause in effect, seems like a more viable opportunity for City. So what do you think, fan? Should City wait until the summer or push for the transfer in January? Share your thoughts in the comments. Another piece of news making waves behind the scenes at City is Claudio Ayres' emotional farewell to River Plate. The young Argentine talent is set to officially join Pep Guardiola's squad. Earlier this year, City signed Ayres on a contract running until 2028, but as part of the agreement, he remained on loan at River Plate until December. Now, with the loan spell ending and after celebrating his 19th birthday, the youngster is preparing to join Manchester City's first team in January. Ayres spoke to River Plate's official channel about his journey at the club, expressing deep gratitude. "I want to thank everyone for the support I received since I was a child at the club where my journey began. I'm grateful to River, the fans, and everyone who works here. It's unique and beautiful to have played here and made my debut at 17. I hope to return in the future." On social media, Ayres also shared an emotional message. "Today, I say goodbye to the club of my life. River became my second home, shaping me as a professional and a person. Thank you to the fans, teammates, and staff. I'll always be a supporter wherever I go." During his time at River Plate, Ayres recorded 4 goals and 8 assists in 48 matches, establishing himself as one of the club's brightest talents. Now the big question is he ready to debut in the Premier League, or should he be loaned out again to gain more experience? Fan, we want to hear your opinion. Shifting focus, rumors about Jack Grealish's future at Manchester City are also circulating. Since his $100 million signing in 2021, the player has experienced ups and downs at the club. Despite contributing to the treble in 2023, his performances this season have been under scrutiny. Grealish has started just 6 Premier League matches and appeared in 10 games across all competitions. This reduced role under Pep Guardiola has fueled speculation about a possible departure at the end of the season. Mick Brown, a former scout for clubs like Manchester United and Blackburn Rovers, commented, "Grealish is talented, but he hasn't scored in over a year. For a player of his caliber, that's unacceptable. The club is frustrated, and if things don't improve, he could be sold to allow City to reinvest in their squad." Additionally, former striker Dwight Yorke criticized Grealish, labeling him one of the biggest disappointments in the Premier League this season, alongside Marcus Rashford. Yorke stated, "Grealish hasn't delivered what's expected, and his place in the England squad is questionable given his limited playing time." With Manchester City looking to refresh their squad, selling Grealish could be a strategy to make room for new talent and address financial needs. What about you, fan? Do you think Grealish can still be a key player for the team? Or is it time to bid farewell to the number 10? Comment below. Currently, Manchester City is facing challenges. With 9 defeats in their last 12 matches, Pep Guardiola is under increasing pressure. The team is 7th in the Premier League, 12 points behind leaders Liverpool. Despite their financial power and ability to comply with the Premier League's sustainability rules, the club faces difficulties that demand changes. The priority for January appears to be a defensive midfielder, with players like Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich and Adam from Crystal Palace being mentioned. However, securing reinforcements won't be easy, and City will need to make strategic decisions to balance the squad and return to the top of the table. Manchester City's situation this season is unusual. Accustomed to dominating English football, Pep Guardiola's team is facing a period of instability that requires a careful approach in the transfer market. In addition to pursuing Mohamed Kudus, the club's management is also evaluating other options to strengthen critical areas. Defensive midfield is a priority, as the departure of key players and the advancing age of some others are beginning to take their toll. Names like Joshua Kimmich, an experienced and versatile player from Bayern Munich, have been mentioned. Kimmich, beyond his technical quality, brings leadership and experience in top-level competitions. Another rumored option is Adam from Crystal Palace, a younger and more promising choice who could add long-term value to the squad. Lastly, Ederson from Atalanta has also emerged as an alternative, noted for his solid defensive abilities and aerial prowess. These reinforcements would not only bring more balance to the team, but also help Guardiola implement a more efficient squad rotation, which is essential to manage the packed competition schedule. Moreover, the pursuit of Mohamed Kudus reflects City's strategy of investing in players capable of fulfilling multiple roles. Kudus would not only bolster the attacking midfield, but also offer tactical flexibility in the forward line. With his release clause set to activate next summer, his signing seems more a question of when than if. While the club considers new signings, Jack Grealish's situation remains a topic of debate. Signed as a marquee player, Grealish arrived with high expectations, but his inconsistency has raised doubts about his future at the club. The main question is whether the Englishman can still deliver the impact City expects from a player of his cost. The lack of significant goals and assists weighs against him, especially given the need for efficiency in a team that aspires to constant success. On the other hand, Grealish has his defenders who believe he needs more time and confidence to regain his best form. His vision, skill in tight dribbling situations, and ability to create space are undeniable qualities that can still be valuable, particularly in more tightly contested matches. The decision about Grealish's future will depend on a thorough assessment. If City chooses to sell him, the funds raised could be reinvested to bring in reinforcements like Kudus or another player better suited to Guardiola's philosophy. Another player whose future is being debated is Claudio Ayres. Despite his young age, Ayres has already demonstrated maturity and potential during his time at River Plate. His adaptation to European football will be crucial in determining whether he can contribute immediately to Manchester City or if he will need more time to develop. Pep Guardiola is known for giving opportunities to young talents, but also recognizes when players need to be loaned out to gain experience. In this context, Ayres' arrival at City in January will be an important test to assess his ability to shine in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. With 4 goals and 8 assists in 48 matches for River Plate, Ayres has shown technical skill and vision. The question now is whether he can adapt to the intense pace of the Premier League and contribute to City's success in the short term. Manchester City's current performance is not solely about signings or departures, but also about how the team as a whole is adjusting to the challenges of the season. Pep Guardiola, who has won everything with the club, now faces one of the greatest pressures since taking charge. With 9 defeats in their last 12 matches, the team finds itself in an uncomfortable position in the table. Currently 7th and 12 points behind leaders Liverpool, City knows they must react quickly to avoid a complete failure this season. Guardiola, known for his meticulous tactical approach, will need to find creative solutions to the team's problems, whether by adjusting formations or bringing in new reinforcements in January. The manager will also need to keep the squad's morale high, which will be crucial for ensuring a turnaround in the remainder of the season. Despite the current difficulties, Manchester City remains one of the powerhouses of world football. With a strong foundation, robust financial resources, and one of the greatest managers in history, the club has everything it needs to overcome this phase. The focus now is on ensuring that short-term decisions, such as signings and potential departures, align with the club's long-term objectives. The arrival of young prospects like Claudio Ayres and the interest in versatile players like Mohamed Kudus show that City is planning for the future while addressing the problems of the present. In addition to seeking external reinforcements, Manchester City has consistently invested in its academy. Known for developing talents like Phil Foden, the club's youth system remains a cornerstone for the team's future. While young players such as Claudio Ayres arrive from elsewhere, homegrown talents are waiting for their chance to shine in the first team. Pep Guardiola has a history of promoting promising young players, but the challenge lies in integrating these talents gradually and strategically without compromising performances in major competitions. The squad's renewal also involves identifying which veteran players can still contribute at a high level and which have already peaked in their careers. It's a delicate but necessary balance, especially considering that many of City's key players, such as Kevin De Bruyne, are approaching the final stages of their careers. Modern football demands versatility, a quality Guardiola values highly. Mohamed Kudus is a perfect example of this. His ability to play as an attacking midfielder, winger, or even in a deeper role is exactly the kind of skill set the manager seeks. Adding players like Kudus would not only increase squad depth, but also provide Guardiola with more tactical options. This is crucial, especially in high-level competitions, where the ability to adapt quickly to different opponents can be the difference between success and failure. Jack Grealish, on the other hand, has not demonstrated the same tactical flexibility, which may be one of the reasons behind speculation about his departure. If City decides to sell him, it will be essential to find a replacement who brings not just quality, but also the adaptability Guardiola demands. Another important consideration is financial management. While Manchester City has significant resources, the club must still adhere to the Premier League's strict sustainability rules. This means that any major investment in players like Kudus or Kimmich must be balanced by player sales or other financial strategies. The potential departure of Jack Grealish, for instance, could free up funds not only to strengthen the squad, but also to ensure City remains within the league's regulations. The club's management has shown skill in handling such matters, but the pressure to balance on-field success with financial sustainability has never been greater. While the Premier League remains the main focus, Manchester City is also keeping an eye on the Champions League. After lifting the trophy last season, the team knows it must continue performing at a high level to solidify its position as a European powerhouse. Reinforcements like Kudus could be crucial in decisive matches in the continental competition. His ability to create goal-scoring opportunities and play in multiple roles on the pitch would make him a valuable asset for Guardiola's plans. However, the pressure of the Champions League also means there is little room for experimentation or time to integrate new players. Any January signing will need to make an immediate impact, making the selection of targets even more critical. With a 12-point gap to Liverpool, Manchester City faces an uphill climb to get back into the title race. However, history shows that the team is capable of remarkable comebacks, especially under Guardiola's leadership. To achieve this, the team will need to find consistency in their performances and address persistent issues, such as a lack of creativity in midfield and dependence on certain players in attack. The arrival of a versatile midfielder like Kudus or an experienced defensive reinforcement could be the turning point the team needs. Additionally, players like Erling Haaland and Phil Foden will play vital roles in this recovery. While Haaland remains the team's primary offensive weapon, Foden could be the key to revitalizing the midfield and restoring the fluidity that has been missing from the team. Finally, it's important to remember that Manchester City is more than a club, it's a community. The connection with the fans has been one of the team's pillars of success, and maintaining this bond is essential, especially during challenging times. Players like Claudio Ayres, who have shown gratitude and respect for the clubs that developed them, help strengthen this connection. His heartfelt words upon leaving River Plate serve as a reminder of what it means to represent a club with passion and dedication. As City works to overcome current challenges, keeping fans engaged and involved will be just as important as any signing or tactical adjustment. After all, it's the fans who bring the club to life and drive it to new heights. And that's all for now, Manchester City fans. With so much news, challenges, and possibilities on the horizon, the future of our club promises to be exciting. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about the potential signings, the possible departures, and the team's performance so far? Leave your opinions in the comments. They're very important to the channel. If you enjoyed this content and want to stay updated on everything happening with our Manchester City, don't forget to like this video. It really helps us grow and reach more fans like you. And of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos with updates, analyses, and curiosities about the best team in the world. Thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then.